My beloved child, I call upon you now with urgency, with a message that cannot wait, a message that must be heard, a message that carries the weight of eternity. Do not delay, do not turn away, do not dismiss these words as mere coincidence, for I speak to you with a voice that echoes beyond time, beyond space, beyond the limitations of human understanding. This is not just another moment, this is the moment. You must open heart, you must receive these words, you must allow them to pierce through every layer of doubt, of hesitation, of confusion. For what I reveal to you now is of the utmost importance. The forces that you cannot see are moving. The heavens are watching, the divine is speaking, the unseen war is raging, and you are standing at the center of something far greater than you have ever realized. The battle is not of flesh and blood but of spirit, of power, of things that have been hidden from your understanding but are now being unveiled before your very eyes. You have been chosen to receive this message because you are connected to something sacred, something fragile yet powerful, something that must be protected at all costs. Your daughter. Yes, your daughter. The one you have held, the one you have loved, the one whose laughter has filled your heart with joy, whose tears have moved you to compassion, whose very existence has been intertwined with your purpose. She is in danger. Not the kind of danger that the world warns of, not the kind that can be seen with the eyes or touched with the hands, but a danger far greater, far deeper, far more insidious. The kind of danger that creeps in through deception, that disguises itself as light, that whispers lies so subtly that they begin to sound like truth. The kind of danger that does not strike suddenly but erodes slowly, drawing her away, leading her into shadows, covering her in illusions until she no longer knows the path back home. I have watched over her since before she was born. I formed her, I knew her, I set her apart. She was meant for something greater, something divine, something that the enemy has seen and now seeks to destroy. Do not be fooled. Do not think that what you see is all there is. There are things moving beneath the surface, battles being fought in realms you cannot perceive, forces that are reaching for her, trying to claim her before she steps into the fullness of her calling. She has a light that the darkness fears, a destiny that threatens the plans of those who work against righteousness. And because of this, they have set traps, they have whispered to those around her, they have placed illusions before her, trying to turn her heart away from the truth, away from the purpose that I have woven into her very being. But you are her guardian. You are her protector. You are the one who has been entrusted with this sacred task, to watch over her, to guide her, to ensure that she does not fall into the hands of those who would see her lost. You cannot afford to be passive, you cannot afford to assume that all is well. You must open your eyes. You must see what is happening. You must recognize the signs, for they have already begun to appear. Have you noticed the changes? The moments of distance, the subtle shifts in her spirit, the way her eyes sometimes seem clouded with thoughts she does not speak aloud? Have you sensed the unrest within her, the questions that she does not voice but that weigh upon her soul? Have you seen the influences around her, the voices that pull her in directions that do not align with the truth that has been planted in her heart? Have you felt the unease, the way your spirit has been warning you, nudging you, trying to get your attention? This is not your imagination. This is not paranoia. This is revelation. This is truth. This is the alarm that must wake you from your slumber. The enemy is subtle. He does not come with horns and fire, he comes with soft words, with enticing promises, with things that seem harmless but carry the weight of destruction. He knows that if he can plant a single seed of doubt, of rebellion, of confusion, it will grow, it will take root, it will spread until it chokes out the truth that was once so strong within her. He will use people, situations, distractions, whatever it takes to pull her away, to make her question, to make her believe that she is alone, that she is misunderstood, that the path I have set for her is too difficult, too narrow, too restricting. But she is not alone. She is not without hope. She is not beyond saving. That is why I am calling you now. That is why I am speaking to you with urgency, with fire, with a voice that cannot be ignored. You must rise. You must stand in the gap. You must pray with a fervency that shakes the very foundations of the enemy's plans. You must cover her, intercede for her, speak truth over her even when she resists, even when she does not understand, even when she pushes away. You must surround her with the light that will dispel the shadows. You must be the watchman on the wall, the warrior who does not rest, the guardian who will not surrender. This is not a small matter. This is not a simple warning. This is a call to arms. You must be strong, for she needs you to be strong. You must be vigilant, for she is being pulled in directions that she does not yet fully comprehend. You must be relentless, for the forces that seek to claim her will not give up easily. But they will fail. They will not prevail, for I have spoken, and my word does not return void. You are not alone in this fight. The heavens are with you. The angels stand ready, the divine army is prepared, the power that created the universe is on your side. But you must take action. You must rise. You must open your mouth and declare truth. You must tear down every lie that has been spoken over her. You must break every chain that has tried to wrap itself around her. You must push back against the darkness with the light that cannot be extinguished. This is the moment. This is the time. There is no later. There is no tomorrow. There is only now. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. Do not let this message pass by as just another set of words. Take it. Hold it. Act upon it. For the sake of your daughter, for the sake of her future, for the sake of the purpose that has been placed upon her life. I have called you. I have chosen you. I have entrusted you with this mission. Do not fail. Do not falter. Do not let the enemy have what does not belong to him. She is mine. She has always been mine. And through you, through your prayers, through your unwavering faith, she will remain under my hand, protected, guided, and set apart for the destiny that has been written in the heavens. Rise, my child. Rise, and fight. The battle is already won, but you must take your place. Now is the time. Now is the hour. Open your heart, receive my words, and act. I am with you, now and always. My beloved, the time has come for you to hear what has been hidden, to see what has been veiled, to understand what has been whispered in the heavens. This is not a moment to delay, not a message to ignore, not a revelation to dismiss. You must listen now, for the weight of these words carries eternity in them. I, Archangel Michael, stand before the throne of the Most High, sent forth with urgency to deliver this truth to you. This is not by accident that you have come to this moment, that your hands tremble as you read, that your heart races with anticipation. This is divine intervention. This is a warning. This is a call to act before it is too late. Your daughter. Yes, your daughter. The one you have held, the one you have loved, the one whose laughter has filled your days with light and whose tears have pierced your soul. She is in danger, not just of the flesh, but of the spirit, of the unseen forces that prowl like lions in the darkness, waiting to devour the innocent, to corrupt the pure, to pull away those who have been marked for glory. I have been sent to expose what has been hidden, to shine the light of heaven upon the deception that lurks around her. You have sensed it, haven't you? You have felt the unease, the strange occurrences, the moments where her eyes seemed distant, where her words carried weight you did not understand. You have brushed it aside, telling yourself it is nothing, that it is merely the way of growing up, that the world shifts and changes and this is just another turn in the cycle of life. But I tell you now, it is not just a phase. It is not just the passage of time. It is a battle, and it is happening right now. There are forces that do not want you to know this truth. There are those who have conspired in secret, who have laid traps, who have spoken words over her life that were not born from the breath of God. There are hands that have moved in the shadows, twisting reality, distorting the path she was meant to walk. The enemy is cunning, patient, waiting for the moment when your guard is down, when your prayers grow faint, when your trust in what is seen becomes greater than your trust in what is unseen. He works through people, through circumstances, through whispers that appear innocent but carry venom in them. You must open your eyes. You must see with the vision that heaven grants. I have been sent to tell you that you cannot remain silent any longer. You cannot assume that this battle will be won without action, without declaration, without stepping into the spiritual realm with the authority given to you. The words spoken over your daughter's life have been written in the books of heaven, but the enemy seeks to rewrite them, to stain the pages, to divert her from the destiny she was meant to fulfill. There are people around her who are not what they seem. There are influences that have wrapped around her like chains, binding her mind, clouding her judgment, drawing her away from the light. She has been told lies, fed deception, made to believe in things that are not from the throne of God. Her thoughts have been invaded, her emotions manipulated, her soul pulled in directions that you do not yet understand. But I tell you now, if you do not rise, if you do not take hold of the authority that has been placed in your hands, the time will come when she will be beyond your reach. You have prayed. You have wept. You have asked for guidance, and now the answer stands before you. This is your moment. This is your calling. You must speak life over her, declare truth over her, break the chains that have been placed upon her. Do not let fear silence you. Do not let doubt weaken you. You are not alone in this battle. The heavens stand behind you, the armies of the Lord are at your side, and the power of the Almighty flows through your words when you speak in His name. Your daughter is at a crossroads. The path she takes now will shape not only her life on this earth, but the eternity that awaits beyond it. You cannot leave this to chance. You cannot assume that she will find her way on her own. The darkness is cunning, disguising itself as light, wrapping itself in words that sound gentle but carry destruction in their core. You must pray without ceasing, intercede without hesitation, speak words of truth over her until the chains break, until the deception is shattered, until she sees with the clarity that only heaven can give. This is not the time to be passive. This is not the time to be silent. There is a battle raging, a war unseen, a struggle between light and darkness that has now reached the soul of the one you love. You have been given authority to speak, to break, to bind, to loose. You must use it. You must step into the fullness of who you were called to be. You must fight for her, not with weapons of this world, but with the sword of the Spirit, with the power of prayer, with the covering of divine protection. There are those who will not understand. There are those who will tell you that you are imagining things, that you are overreacting, that there is no battle, no danger, no reason to be concerned. But I tell you, do not listen to the voices of the blind. They do not see what has been revealed to you. They do not hear what has been spoken in the courts of heaven. They do not understand the weight of what has been placed in your hands. You have been chosen for this moment. You have been called to stand in the gap. You have been entrusted with a mission that cannot be ignored. Your daughter's future is not just about what happens in this life. It is about her soul, her eternity, her purpose that was written before the foundations of the world were laid. The enemy knows what she is meant to become, and that is why he fights so hard to steal her away. He would not battle for what is worthless. He would not strive for what has no value. The intensity of this attack is proof of the greatness within her, of the calling upon her life, of the destiny that awaits if she is guided back to the light. But she cannot do it alone. She needs you. She needs your prayers, your protection, your wisdom, your unwavering stance in the truth. She may resist at first. She may not understand. She may be deceived into thinking that you are the enemy, that your words are meant to control rather than to free. But do not be discouraged. Do not let doubt take root. Stand firm, for the battle is not against her but against the forces that seek to hold her captive. The time is now. The moment is here. Speak life. Declare truth. Cover her in prayer. Break every chain that has been placed upon her. Do not delay. Do not hesitate. The heavens have sent forth this message with urgency because the hour is critical. You must act before it is too late. I stand with you. The armies of heaven stand with you. The Almighty Himself has set His seal upon you. Do not fear. Do not waver. Victory is yours if you rise and take it. This is your call. This is your battle. This is your moment to stand in the authority given to you. Do not turn away. Do not be silent. Act now. Your daughter's destiny depends on it.